Today, we're getting the insights from Chin and Orhan, twin brothers who started an indie game studio named Ent-Re Games and are working on Bug Alliance. Guys, thanks for joining me.
Thank you for calling us.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Can you start just describing your game, Bug Alliance?
Yeah, of course. Bug Alliance, we have started Bug Alliance like a year or half a years ago. And we have started together with my twin brother. Currently we have like a team of 4 and 5 people. And the game is a pixel style action RPG game. It's kind of not a roguelite. The game total has a hybrid gameplay, three diverse game modes, and the main idea is the game is about bugs that trying to save the world from worm tyranny, and players have a lot of dozens of bug characters. There's a lot of different play styles and etc.
Yeah.
And also one of the unique points in our game is progression system, is evolution system, and each bug has its own evolution system. And as you progress, as you level up, your bug will get some more passive, skills, abilities, and etc., as well as their weapons and abilities. And also the game has a really strong story, which players will reveal by playing third game mode, which is called Expedition game mode, and they will find search secret rooms for their lore, story, and etc., and find stories of bugs and other characters. So overall, the stories, all of their stories, are interconnected.
Basically,
Yeah,
we can call it. Additionally, I can tell that the more players who play the game, the more they're gonna learn about it. So they can uncover the lore about each character, like the enemies, the world they are playing, and all the stuff.
So it sounds like there's a lot of design that went on here with all the evolution and the story. Did you design all of it up front, or has it just been emerging as you go along?
Well, the story we have thought beforehand. We started the game development. The story we have designed the story. We have thought about the story, and then all of the design, especially the progression system, etc., is developed as we progress. So and we have lots of plans that we tend to implement in the near future after early access and etc. And this is only just I don't know, the small part of the game, and the big part is upcoming.
Has one person been writing the story, or has multiple people been involved?
Yeah, well, it's mainly both of us brainstorming the idea. Like, for example, I came up with, it should be something like an apocalyptic world, and where the humanity is completely erased from the world. But then he proposed that, okay, then let's put something like bugs and worms and all this stuff. And procedurally, it came up with some better idea each time. So yeah, it's a twin power, we can call it.
Yeah.
Very cool. You mentioned 4 or 5 people. Are they contractors, or are they working kind of full time on it with you?
Yeah, well, actually more than 4 or 5 additional people right now.
Yeah, 5 people actually. They are all freelancers for now.
Yeah.
They are not contracted, and they don't get any payment monthly and etc. They all freelancer, and our team is completely international. We have a Japanese guy, we have American guy, we have Mexican guy, and we have people from most all over the world. Yeah.
So how are you splitting up the work? What are you guys doing, and what are you outsourcing to them?
Yeah, that's a good question. So basically, Chin's part of the work is mainly a community part, like handling the social media sharings, handling all I don't know, visual preparations, and maybe some small designs that he can handle. Myself, I'm mainly on technical part, mainly discussing technical stuff with developers and preparing some requirement documentation and all the stuff basically on my side. There is one developer, actually two developers. They are working, we can call it part-time, based on their work they deliver. They get the payment. And there is one guy called Felipe from Japan. He's our designer. And yeah, basically
We have also voice actor
voice
from
actor.
Philippines. Yeah. And also, or what else? Yeah, we have some game testers, of course.
It's us.
Yeah.
Game testers.
Orhan, you the one with the. Do you have a tech background before this?
No, actually, like I literally never touched any coding before this game. I don't even talk about the gaming. I not even any kind of coding like Python or C++, all this stuff. But this game was the first thing that I started about the coding thing. So yeah.
What made you guys decide to make the game in the first place?
Well,
Passion, first of all.
Exactly. In short, we can call it passion, but as a long answer, it could be, well, it's something like what can accumulated through years, like
Ideas,
since childhood. When we were playing games, we were saying like, actually, why the hell this game is like that? We let's make it like something like this. Why there is no game something like this and this and this? And then eventually, when you grow up, you kind of learn that you have that potential to make the game yourself if you work hard, obviously. So, and then we finally decided to make a real game that we are the god there, we are the creator, and we do all the changes, and it's basically our child that we can grow as we want.
Yeah.
Very cool. I hear often when it comes to products and games, make the product you wish existed, or make the game that you wish existed. It sounds like you're actually doing that, so you have a lot of passion there.
Very great point. Yeah.
Chin, how are you doing the marketing for the game?
Well, marketing, we currently we don't do any paid advertisement on Reddit and on TikTok, etc. Because it requires a lot of budget, and currently we have self-budgeted. we don't have any investors, so we look for one. But the main marketing we do is like sharing lots of videos, shorts, and etc. on TikTok, on Instagram, on X or Twitter, how it's called, on YouTube, and etc. And we share it like 2 or 3 times a day, because like crazy. I keep sharing some interesting videos about it and interesting moments of the game, or maybe the development part, or some about characters and etc. Also, I use some. Usually, I use Reddit for this. I share really good moments or interesting moments in our game development, or let's say I share a new stuff that we work on, for example, lore or stories of the character, and I immediately share it on Reddit. I keep getting feedbacks from players and from the community, and meanwhile we just market our games there, so we just make sure our game is shown to others as well. So basically, social media is the best part of it.
Have you considered doing something like a Kickstarter?
Well, we do, but unfortunately, Kickstarter is not reachable in Turkey currently. Therefore, maybe we plan to use Indiegogo for crowdfunding, etc. But as far as I know, Indiegogo is also prohibited, restricted in Turkey. Therefore, I don't know. It's kind of crazy stuff's going on here, and we are cut down. We don't have any opportunities here, so we try our best to do that, to market.
Interesting. I didn't realize that. How about Patreon? Do you know if that's something you can do?
We tried our luck with Patreon, but I don't know. Maybe we have the page, we have some sharings and all this stuff, but maybe like I might be wrong, but maybe for Patreon you need some kind of
Special build. Also.
yeah, no, special build, also some kind of marketing, additional marketing.
Yeah.
It's like you have to share somewhere, like you have to give some, I don't know, streamers to play the game and all this stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Have you considered working with a publisher?
The publisher, yes and no, we can say, because there's a good point about working with publisher, and there's a bad point with a publisher. The good point is one of the best point of working with publisher is they just market you for free. They just market you everywhere, and you just only thing you have to focus is development of the game. And the bad part is a revenue share, or let's say equity. Let's say take from you. Currently, it's crazy. And when we have talked with lots of publishers, etc., and most of them just was talking about like 50% or 60% of revenue share. Let's say not revenue share, equity share, and it's crazy, and I don't know, 50% for me personally, 50% is too much, or 60%. But instead of publishers, we are looking for investors, and we have prepared some really good pitch deck, and it's ready to present to investors. And we talk to some investor currently, but for now, no luck.
If you raised some money, do you know how you would spend it and what you would use it for?
Yeah, of course. Well, like 30 or 35% roughly of them should be used for marketing, like paid marketing, not only Reddit or TikTok and etc. It's also about some influencer collaboration. This is the most important part for me, because if one influencer played and lots of people see that, watch its gameplay, others will just automatically play your game, and you have 1,000 wish lists just in 1 day or 2 days. Therefore, influence is very important. But other part of the investment we want to use is for, of course, development of the game. We have really big plans, and the more the investment, the faster the development will be of our game. And the rest of the part is for, I don't know, some government stuff, some building our office and etc., equipment, trademark thinking. Yeah.
Well, those sound like really good uses of the money if you get them. How about the assets for the game? Are you pulling anything from asset stores, or is everything custom built?
We, like, almost 90%, we try not to take anything from asset store. That's because, like, in the end, I don't know, I don't want to say like using assets is bad, but usually in the end you end up with like kind of different type of puzzles, different type of like colors of the puzzle, and they came in together and it looks weird.
Yeah.
Like, so we mainly try to make our own assets with our designers and all this stuff. Although in the first place it looked like ugly characters, but then you do improvements and all this stuff.
Who's doing the artwork?
Well, artwork, the idea or the character ideas and etc. Mostly sold by us, but also the Japanese guys, half Japanese, half Brazilian actually. Felipe is doing the design out there, and he's really good at his job, and we just leave it to his creativity. He's doing a really good job, and we keep improving the design day by day. And mainly he is doing the design part. We are the brain part, we think how to do it, and he just realizing it.
How about the music and the sound effects?
Yeah, music, we have a music guy, a composer guy from England, and Simon, he's doing the music for us. We have different musics, not one type. We have rock, we have electro, electro, mostly rock. And also, I have made some music in my free time, so like 3 or 4 musics. And we mostly work with a composer guy for our musics.
Is the same person also doing the sound effects?
The sound effect, it's myself doing
it's Orhan doing sound effect.
Basically, I'm doing it with AI, creating some kind of sound effect.
Okay. That was one of my questions, was if you had any thoughts on AI or if you were using it anywhere in your process.
Yeah, well, currently AI is like taking over the whole world, so like not using it is like literally like another craziness. I'm using currently AI for sound effect, as I said, but in the future we plan to implement AI for creating much more like logical enemies,
smart
enemies who learn on your actions. So like, let's say if you choose one character, if you go like make it as a tank, so they're gonna improve their attack or like damage and to kill you faster, basically. Mm-hmm. So it's more like machine learning stuff will be in the future, but it's completely in the future. No.
How are you using AI for the sound effects? Is there like a tool or a platform?
Yeah, it's online tools currently. Basically, I'm giving them as a prompt and as a reference sound, and the tool creating different kind of variation of the sound, and then I choose the optimum one for our game.
I haven't heard of this. What's it called?
I literally forgot the name currently.
It's okay then. I was just curious.
But there's a lot of AI that can create both music, sound effects, etc. But the main thing there is your prompt. It's important to know what to write, and also most of them are paid, so we just choose some free one, I guess.
Yeah, right. Well, for now, no budget, so free always.
When it comes to the game design, do you two ever disagree?
Well, yes and no. Yeah. Actually, yes. Really, yes. There were a lot of time that we never fought.
But you always win.
Yeah, I always win. But obviously there were disagreements between us. But it's good sign, because if there is no brainstorming, there is no disagreement, there is no success, I guess. So good.
Sometimes I think really detailed, too much detail, complicated, and he says that in terms on the side of development, he is busy with the development, and he always says that it's really hard to implement what you think, and therefore I need to think it easier way that he can implement it.
Yeah, let's say he says something like you can find only in AAA games, right? And I just disagree. Like, no need for that. It's technical perspective, it's impossible.
Yeah.
Has there been any other big technical challenge that you weren't expecting?
Technical challenge? Yeah. Well, the biggest challenge was when we were out of developers. We didn't have any developers, and he is the only one that were developing the game in terms of coding and etc. And also the other challenging part was when we didn't have the designer guy, and the design part were done by me. Although it was ugly, but I have done my best to do the design. But yeah, the biggest challenging part of game development is marketing, from my opinion. It's really the hardest part, and it's literally I don't know, the hell of a job there, and you have to share your stuff day by day, and it's all about chance.
And one more thing is that a technical challenge. Another technical challenge is when you have to choose a game engine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like 3 years before, we started this project with Unreal Engine as a 3D project.
Yeah.
Like you have literally 3D characters and doing all this stuff, but then like it went crazy. We end up with some crazy development ideas, and then we basically failed.
Yeah.
Then the next, after like 1 year almost, we decided to relaunch the project, but this time with much easier, much simple logic, much simpler ideas, with pixel graphics and maybe easy to learn game engine, which is currently we use. It's Game Maker Studio 2. But yeah.
When it comes to the marketing, have you learned anything along the way? Have you evolved your style or discovered any tips?
In terms of marketing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have learned a lot of stuff in terms of marketing, and also I'm reading some documentations, or some guy called Chris. Also, I have subscribed to his newsletters and etc. I have learned a lot of stuff, and the best thing that I have learned is period of time that you should share on TikTok, on Instagram, on Twitter, and etc. The time of day, because it really matters depending on which social media you share. Because when you share in the morning, in some social media, nobody just looks to its feed, and just nobody care about your stuff. But there is really best time of the day that you have to share your post. So I have scheduled I am always scheduling all my posts and reels for 2 weeks, and then I'm preparing other reels for the next 2 weeks. So this is the best part I have learned. The time of days, good for sharing.
Yeah, that's interesting because I have my Dev Dungeon blog that I've had for a long time, and over time I've gotten a lot of analytics, and what I've noticed is it's like a perfect sine wave, at least for my content, where Wednesday is the peak and then Saturday is the dip, and every week it's very consistent like that.
Yeah.
And when I first started trying to get traction, I was using Reddit too, and what I fell into at that time was posting Tuesday evening so that it would get a couple upvotes and get kind of high on Wednesday. And if you did that, it would kind of stay up at the top all day on Wednesday, which is like the busiest day of the week. And I found that was a nice little trick on Reddit.
Marketing is something you learn as you progress.
Yeah.
It's not like you're going to do something best from the beginning.
Yeah.
and each product is different on the marketplace, so you have to literally think carefully.
Yeah, and what I took from mine was that I think it was a lot of people at work looking up like programming tutorial references because the weekends were dead, so I figured they were doing it at work. And it might be the complete opposite with the game, where during the week they're at work and they're not playing games, and maybe Saturday is the big day.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Uh, so let's get back to the game mechanics for a little bit. Can you tell me more about this evolution system?
Yeah, of course. Well, the evolution system is like you have, for now it's 4 characters, bug characters available. Of course, there will be more. So each bug character has an evolution system where you spend essence that you collect from enemies. You spend essence to evolve your character, to evolve, and there is in total 100 evolution stages. At 10, 50, and 100 evolution state, your character gets passive, and its passive increase. After 100th passive evo stage, you can ascend your character to legendary. And when you ascend it to legendary, it gets another passive or active, let's say, active skill, legendary skill. And besides that, the players also can rank up their both weapon and abilities. So each character has 2 weapons and 2 abilities. So players are available to rank up all their weapon and all their abilities separately. So as you play with your back character, your proficiency with your weapons and abilities is increased. And as it increased, your weapon also got some improvements, like upgrade to its stats and etc. And also another point here, you can make legendary their weapons and abilities as well. So in total, aim here is to make your character legendary to open more difficult parts of the game, new game modes, new challenges, and etc.
Yeah.
And after that, we plan to implement another progression system, and it's not in the near future, maybe after early access.
Yeah, it's more like later game stage.
Yeah,
but
end game.
What I can say is the reason we shared this, we developed this kind of evolution system is that, specifically myself, usually with the game, when it's RPG, you emotionally link yourself to a character. Like, I don't know, there is a character, let's say assassin, and you love that character and you want to evolve, improve, upgrade that character only, and to basically progress throughout the whole game with only that character. So from this perspective, we decided to get such evolution system where you choose the character that you love to play. Each character has different play style. Let's say engineer, or I don't know, like a chemical guy, or assassin, or hunter, tank, whatever. And they are basically originated from its bug variants. Like, let's say
real world.
Yeah. Let's say engineer is like ant, or like, let's say chemical guy is stink bug, and all this stuff. Anyway, so you choose your character, you kill enemies, you collect essence, that purple stuff, and you upgrade your characters, evolve it, get passive, improve, get back to the game, die, come back, upgrade, go play another game mode, and all this stuff basically. So we can call it, there is no possibility to get boring in that game. It's because you're gonna have 3 game modes. Like, literally you can jump from one another. So rather than playing 3 different games, you have it all in one game. three different game modes. So this is why we put such systems there.
So your same character with your same build, you can play the different modes.
Yeah, exactly. Different modes, different. I mean, if you get bored from character, like that's fine. Like choose another one and do the same thing.
Yeah.
Experiment.
I think replayability is a big factor for a lot of people. Can they go through and play the whole game again and play it very differently than they played it last time?
Yeah.
Also, one interesting thing about Bug Alliance is there's a lot for most of the game, especially for me, from my opinion, if I play a game, there should be some reason that I should play this game for a long time. So, and this is mostly in some games. Sometimes it's achievements, or sometimes challenges, deeds, and etc. But in our game, it's we have achievements, we have challenges to be completed, we have characters to be evolved, and unlockables like new maps, new characters, new game modes, and lots of new stuff in the near future when we release early access. And after that, in the end game, like hell of a amount of end game features we will plan, like Swarm, I don't know, co-op mode, multiplayer mode, and etc. And all this will, as you said, will add replayability to the game, and so player will not be bored at all.
Yeah.
It sounds really exciting. And you've got a demo available right now on Steam, right? And
Yep.
the game is called Bug Alliance.
Mhm.
So anybody wants to go check it out, you can go get the demo now. And the demo's free just to download it right now, huh?
Yeah. Yep, exactly. The demo is free. It's available on Steam currently, and we plan to, of course, by the way, we plan to update the demo in a month or something, and we planning to add new stuffs here and completely rework the resistance game mode and onslaught game mode. We have made completely different stuff on these modes, and also we completely reworked the characters, bug characters. We have revamped them, so players can expect really new good stuff in a month. So they can try demo right now, and they also can try it in a month, the new demo.
Yeah, compare.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, before we go, is there anything else you'd like to share or plug?
Well, the most important thing for us currently is feedback. So we really appreciate all the feedbacks that our players can share with us. And of course, there are a lot of improvement points that we maybe can't see, but always players see that. And before releasing early access, we would like to hear feedbacks and, I don't know, thoughts or opinions of players from all over the world. So in short, feedbacks are and means really the world for us.
And addition from myself is that well, obviously we are looking for any kind of feedback, but not like your game is great or keep up the good work. No, this is something that I can get from my mom as well. She can literally tell me like you have great game.
Exactly.
The most important thing is like they can come to us with like completely negative comment, like your game sucks. But the important thing is give the reason why it sucks. Like what exactly you didn't like the game mode, the characters, the weapons, abilities, or map itself, or like your game is absolutely crap because I don't know, it's like the copy of any other game or something. That at least we can have some understanding and work on the game accordingly to that feedback. So like the negative feedback are much more appreciated than the positive one. So
negative is the reason, not without the reason. So
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for joining me. It was great talking to you and learning from you, and your game sounds really exciting, and I wish you great success with the game.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate for your time, and thank you for this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you.